Hey mom, it's week 3 of the Declutter for Money challenge. How has the challenge been going for you so far? Have you been decluttering your home and finding those items that are just not wanted or needed or don't fit? And have you been utilizing last week's list of areas where you can sell your unwanted items or unneeded items for profit? Drop a comment. Let me know how it's been going for you. Have you made any money so far? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look in the notes and I've got links to part 1 and part 2 of this 3-part series. So today we're getting into the third and final episode. In the second episode, where I went through all the places that you can earn money for your unwanted stuff, the last one was a garage sale. So if you are interested in having a garage sale, which helps you get rid of all of your stuff at once, and it helps you make a large amount of money in one day or one weekend, you don't want to miss today's episode. Or if you already were planning on a big garage sale and you'd like it to be the most successful sale possible, this episode is for you. So today I'm going over all my tips and tricks for having very successful garage sales. I've done this myself so many times throughout the year. We always make a good amount of money, and I want that for you too. So let's get going. Hey, real quick, if you have not yet subscribed, would you please do that now? It would be such a blessing for me, as I want to reach as many families as I can and really help you reach your financial goals. I will be eternally grateful. All right, let's get into today's episode with the best strategies for making the most money at your next garage sale. The first area we need to focus on is the timing of your garage sale. In my area, June is by far the best month. There are the most amount of sales, which may sound like that's competition, but what it does is it brings out the most number of shoppers. So it's a huge month for those shoppers and the sellers alike. You might need to do some research in your area to determine the best month for you. Also, the days of the week is important. So we have found through many different garage sales over time that Fridays are a fantastic day for garage sales. A lot of moms are at home. A lot of retirees want to get out. First day of a garage sale, so Fridays are hugely successful. I'm really a huge proponent for the entire weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because Friday is a certain type of buyer, and then Saturdays are also hugely successful because a lot of people who work get out on the Saturdays. Now, of course, if your town or your neighborhood or local community that your home is in has an annual garage sale each year, that is the best time to do it, because if you can double up your sale with a lot of other sales right around you, you are going to get the buyers in droves coming to your sale. So maximize that opportunity if that happens in your area. And then as you get closer to the date that you have planned, make sure you're checking the weather forecast in advance. If it is going to be rainy, snowy, anything really bad weather, really windy or stormy, postpone it if you can. And the same can be said if it's going to be an unusually hot, dry weekend. If people are not going to be wanting to come and stand out at your garage sale either, and you are not going to want to be outside for 3 solid days. So timing is so important. So make sure you are checking on that and adjust accordingly. The next area of tips that I have is going to talk about prep. So getting prepared for your garage sale. There are a lot of steps involved in prepping for a garage sale, and it can seem overwhelming or daunting, but it can be worth it in the end. You want to make sure your items are presentable, so clothes are clean, your items aren't dusty or muddy or dirty. Take some time to wipe things down, make things look presentable. Clothes are folded or hung up if they are nicer clothes. Also, make sure you price everything. It's so easy to put things out and just expect buyers to make an offer or ask you how much something is. But I cannot tell you how many times I have walked away from a garage sale because nothing was priced and I didn't want to deal with it. And I hear that from other buyers as well. So if you want people to actually stay and look around your sale and purchase things, everything should be priced in advance. Now you can take some easy steps for this. So if you have items where you have a lot of the same type of item, you can make one sign that just says all books are this much, or socks are this much, or movies, etc. So anything you have a lot of stuffed animals, anything that's very similar, and you can price it all the same, that will cut down on a lot of pricing that you need to do. If you have books, for example, that you want to price all different prices, you will need to individually price each book. Also, price it to sell. Don't price it too high and test the waters. You don't want to give it away, but you want this stuff gone, right? And you want some money. So price it to sell. If you're not sure what to price it at, go out and go to some garage sales and just kind of see what things would sell for and what you would actually be willing to buy them for. Now, you're going to need a few supplies to have on hand, like change. So when people start coming in the morning to your garage sale, they have typically just hit the ATM and have $20 bills. So if that's the case, you don't want to be caught having to give out $19 to somebody who bought one thing for $1. So have a lot of $1 bills, $5 bills, some 10s are okay, but you can just get more 5s instead of 10s. And then also some change if any of your items are a quarter, 50 cents, 75 cents, etc. Anything less than $1, you will need to have some change on hand. You also want to have plenty of bags on hand. So if people buy a lot of items, you need to send them away in a bag like you would at the store. And you can ask friends and neighbors for any of their unused bags. Can be paper bags, plastic bags, boxes. Also need to have some tape or rubber bands or boxes or baggies to keep anything that has multiple pieces together. So like putting a rubber band around board games and puzzles to keep little kids from opening them constantly, putting toys that have multiple pieces inside gallon-sized baggies, for example. Anything that keeps the entire set together. You want to make sure that puzzles, board games, toy sets, etc. have all of the pieces. Also, anything that takes batteries, make sure you have working batteries in there. You can get them from your local dollar type store. And be prepared with an outlet if you can to plug in something to show that it works if it is an electronic item. So have an extension cord running into your house if you need to, if you don't have any outlets in your garage. And that way, especially on larger items, if you have any TVs, for example, video game consoles, you'll be able to prove that they work. You also want to have snacks and drinks already there for you on the day of the sale so that you don't have to make all these trips inside the house, or make sure you are able to stay visible at the sale the entire time. You also may want to have some tissue paper or newspapers to wrap up anything that could be breakable, and have tarps or tents ready just in case it does end up raining. Try to have a lot of variety of types of items so that you can draw a wide range of buyers to your sale. And super importantly, have everything ready before the day of the sale so that you are not still pricing items, setting them out for display the morning of. You'll want to start early so that it's all out before your sale starts. Trust me, people will show up earlier than you advertise the sale for. And speaking of advertising, that is the next section I want to go over. If people don't know that you are having a sale, no one is going to come and take your stuff away, and you will have earned nothing at the end of the day. So, of course, a lot of signs, more signs than you think. Prior to your sale, drive around all of the possible routes to your home from major traffic sources. So if you have several different busier roads around you, lead buyers in from each direction. So go out with someone else, have them drive, and write on a notepad every corner that you need a sign. I recommend that your signs all match and that they are bright colored. So you've probably seen bright neon green garage sale signs or those bright pink. Those are the best. And by sticking with the same color consistently, people will know that they are still following your signs to your sale. If there are any intersections along the way that may be confusing on which way somebody would go, there needs to be a sign there so they know exactly which way to go, even if it is to continue going straight. Also, keep the notes of where you have the signs handy because you will also need those notes to make sure you get all of your signs taken down at the end of your sale. Now, you want to make sure your signs are very easy to determine what they say from afar when somebody is driving and distracted. So minimal words on the signs. You don't need to put all of these details, but garage sale and a huge black blocked arrow, I recommend drawing on there. Not a skinny little line arrow. No one can see that from afar, but think really big black rectangle with the big block arrow. visible from afar. And after you have your signs up, drive them again to make sure you can actually see what they say and they're easy to follow and your arrows are pointing in the right direction. Also, in advance, it can be great to get other people involved in your sale. So if you don't have a lot of stuff yourself, get multiple friends and families to bring stuff to your home to make the sale bigger. Then you'll want to advertise it that way as well. And then it will look a lot bigger of a sale and people will be more apt to stop rather than drive by. I have driven by often sales that are just way too small that I'm not likely to find something if they don't have a lot of stuff. So I don't waste time, I just drive on by. Or ask your neighbors. If you have enough stuff for your own sale, see if other neighbors in your street or community or neighborhood will also have a sale so that you can drive people to an area that has a lot of sales and not just one. In addition to putting out all the signs, which will be the number one way you get your buyers, you do want to also advertise online anywhere that you're able to. You can place ads on Craigslist. You can place ads on Facebook Marketplace. Look for your local buy and sell groups or garage sale groups on Facebook. If you have any garage sale websites in your area, place them on there. And also put it on your own social pages because your own friends and family might like to come and buy your stuff. They know your style, and if they love your style, they will want to come and see what you are getting rid of. Now, if you did get multiple families to participate in your sale or multiple homes in your neighborhood, make sure you put that in your online advertisements. And you can even put that on the signs. Just instead of garage sale, you can put multifamily garage sales or neighborhood garage sale. And that will draw in people who would love to come to bigger sales or more sales in the same area. Also, in your online ads where you have a lot of room to type out, you'll want to type out as many different categories of stuff that you have for sale as possible. This will draw in the largest number of buyers, which is why I said to have a lot of variety. So if you have tools, if you have toys, if you have gardening items, if you have craft items, kids stuff, you name it, sports equipment, anything you can think of, you're going to draw different types of buyers who are looking for those items. And you're letting them know that you have those items. They may be doing a general search within the ads to check who has what types of things they're looking for. And then they will be sure to head to your house. And of course, where you can, include a lot of photos of your sale. If you have larger, more expensive items that you are trying to sell, have some individual photos of those items to draw in buyers. And then general photos of the sale from a little bit further back so they can see just how big the sale is and how much stuff you have. All right, now we're going to get into how to arrange the actual sale. So you want to group like items together. So think of kind of like at a store, you want different departments. So all your tools should be together, all of your kids' clothes should be together. And if you have different genders or sizing of kids' clothes or kids' shoes, separate them accordingly. Same with toys or video games. If there are different age groups, have them sorted by age group. Have all your books together, all your movies together, all of your hanging clothes together, all of your sports equipment together, furniture together. So think of different departments that you have, group like items together. That way, any buyers who are coming to look for that item can see everything you have and not assume that the first thing they looked at was all you had in that category and then they leave. I also recommend having a free bin out on the curb. This can encourage people to take that stuff that you just didn't deem worthy of pricing and you want it gone, or maybe board games that you found had a piece or two missing, but somebody else might be looking for a couple pieces from that game and may take it off your hands. Throughout your sale, you can be adding to your free bin as things are just not selling that are really low price to begin with, and it will encourage less stuff left over at the end. Use a lot of tables to get your stuff up higher for more visibility for adults to be looking at. I've been to a lot of sales where the kids' clothes, for example, were laying on tarps on the grass. Well, that can be really hard for moms and dads to be on their knees trying to rummage through everything that is on the ground. Try to leave the ground for larger items like furniture and get everything up onto the tables as possible. So make sure you borrow tables if you have to. You can even rent tables for pretty inexpensively if you need to, But ask around and ask way ahead of time for as many tables as you can, and use painter's tape underneath the table to label who it belongs to so you can easily give the tables back. Any adult clothing or expensive clothing, dresses, coats, things like that, you'll want to have hung up somewhere. So think of somewhere you can tie up some rope or some hangers. Maybe you can borrow a laundry rack or a clothing rack that hangs up high and hang the clothing for people to quickly browse through, just like they would at the store. And of course, keep really expensive, valuable items near you, wherever you will be sitting at the sale, as well as any safety issues. So if you are selling any knives, for example, anything that could be a safety concern for kids, even craft scissors, stuff like that, keep them near you so kids cannot be playing with them, and you'll keep people safe at your sale. All right, it's finally sale day. So all of these tips have helped you prepare for a highly successful, busy garage sale. So on the sale day, of course, there are still a lot of tips. One, you want to move cars away from the home to give people ample parking room. People want to pull right on up to the sale and get out and not have to park way down the street. A lot of times they will just drive by and forget your sale. And again, know that people will be early. Be ready way early. I'm talking 30 minutes to 60 minutes before the time you advertised is when people will be there actually expecting to look at items. Sit where you have good visibility on the entire sale, and then it's easy and convenient for buyers to come up and check out with you. But you will want to have a lot of helpers throughout the day as well. You will need people kind of roaming around the sale, answering questions to buyers, making sure that theft isn't happening, and even just tidying up as you go. And also somebody who can help you at the checkout table if the line gets too long so you can keep things moving quickly. If somebody only has 1 or 2 items they want to buy and the checkout line is long or going very slowly, they may set the items back down and just leave. You'll also want some kind of a lockbox or way to protect the money that you're being paid as the sale goes on, and do not walk away from the money box. And as the days go on of the sale, as you have larger bills that you don't need out there, or a lot of 1s or 5s, start having your helper take some of that cash inside your home so that you don't have it all sitting out there with you at all times. You may consider accepting electronic payments as well, like Venmo, etc., as more people are looking to pay that way and not deal in cash, but that's completely up to you. At the beginning of your sale, if a lot of people are coming but nobody is buying anything, that is an indication that your prices are too high, and I would start reducing your prices immediately. You want to get buyers that come at the beginning of your sale to find things to buy because they are the most eager buyers of all. And even as the sale goes on further and further, don't be afraid to continue to reduce. So say day 2, halfway through, now you're half off. And then if you want to, halfway through on Sunday, you can go to even 75% off or fill a bag for $1, whatever you want to do. There are different strategies, but pricing it low to get rid of anything that is left over that has been picked over the entire time. Be super friendly the entire sale. Greet everyone that comes. When somebody shows up and they're not ignored, they tend to look around at everything and stay longer. But if somebody is seemingly unnoticed, it's easy for them to do a quick check and leave. So you want people to stay around and see everything that you have to offer. Also, have a table near you for a hold section or have some boxes available. As people have a lot of items that they want to look for, let them set them down and keep their hands free to gather up more items that they want to buy. So be on the lookout, or have your helpers who are walking around the sale offer to collect those items and set them aside for the buyers. Also have your helpers walk around and straighten up items that have been strewn about. So if board games have been opened up and there are pieces out, put it all back together. If clothes are now unfolded that are on tables, they can be refolding any items. They can be reorganizing it to make it look nice at all times for the next set of buyers that come. But have them not get in anybody's way. If somebody is actually looking at items, steer away from those items until nobody is looking at that section. Also have your helpers fill in any empty spaces. So if you have a lot of something at the beginning, but that section starts dwindling down, you can group those items into another section that makes sense and make that area look full again, and even take some of the emptier tables down. You can also have some fun music in the background playing. Don't have it too loud, but something enjoyable and kid-friendly, of course. You may have water and snacks available for people to buy that can help you earn some more profit as well. If it is going to be a warmer day, having the waters cold and on ice or sodas or whatever the drinks are, making sure they're very cold can help you sell a lot more. People who garage sale a day, if they have forgotten snacks, they will appreciate a good snack from you and a cold drink. You can also choose to offer discounts if somebody buys a lot of something, so a volume purchase. Say you have a lot of video games or books or movies or even just kids' clothes. If you have a certain price per item, but you could offer a discount if they buy this many or more. So say they're $1 each, but they are $15 for 20 of that item. Invite all of your shoppers to come back whenever you know you are going to be reducing the price. Let them know, hey, on Sunday it's a half price day. Be prepared to stay open later if you still have shoppers there. So whatever time you have the sale ending, just know you may be sitting there for another 30 minutes to even an hour if buyers are still coming. Especially on the Friday, as people get off work, they may come to your sale as they drive by it on their way home. So don't lose out on those sales by expecting to close up immediately. And then at the end of each day of your sale, go and drive your sign routes again and make sure nothing hasn't been falling down or needs to be put back up. So you can resecure your signs, or you can do this early in the morning, the next morning before that day's sale, and just make sure all your signs are visible still. All right, and then of course, after the sale, you want to go around and remove all of your signs promptly. That is being a good neighbor and community member. If you are done with all of your stuff and you don't want it, be prepared right then at the end of your sale. Load all the remaining stuff up into your cars and haul it away and donate it right then and there, and it's out of your hair. Or if you don't have the time to do that right then, or you want less to have to haul away, you can also go and put in on your local Buy Nothing group on Facebook that you have free stuff and that they need to come and get it by whatever time and day. Let your local group come take everything off your hands that they want, and then you have much less to haul away. So I hope that list of strategies really helps you on your next garage sale. Tell me in the comments if you are planning an upcoming sale. I hope it goes so successfully for you. I hope it's the best sale you've ever had, and you can earn a lot of money on your unwanted stuff. You'll no longer have all of that stuff sitting around your home that you don't need, and you'll have a chunk of change to help you on your goals. So whether that's eliminating some debt or getting a reward that your family has been saving up for, I want to hear about it. So good luck. I'll see you next time. Blessings to your family.